Hello and welcome to our live launch event for the new Husqvarna IXP, or 540 IXP and T540 IXP chainsaws. We are super excited to have you. Now, I know there may appear to be a lot of people online now viewing this, but trust me, I'm pretty sure over half of the audience are members from my family and friends that have joined us. So please be nice. Anyways, we're coming to you live here from Husqvarna North American headquarters in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is our very first virtual online launch event, so glad to have you. My name is Ben McDermott, Product Manager for Professional Chainsaws here at Husqvarna. I've been with the company now going on 7 years, and over those 7 years, I've had the opportunity to travel and meet with many of our chainsaw customers and end users. I quickly begun to realize that these customers and end users have many things in common. First, you guys are all very passionate about your work, passionate about the tools and the equipment required to get the job done. Second, you're also very loyal. You have a brand and a product that you trust, and you stick with that brand and product, so we appreciate that. You also are very dependent on the products that you use to get your job done. These tools are not just tools to keep you busy around the house. They are actually your moneymaker, and you depend on them to operate and perform in order to get the job done. Finally, you all are very honest and very open. In my meetings with you all, I've received countless feedback on ways Husqvarna can be better and do a better job at providing solutions for you. This passion, this honesty, this loyalty, this has all inspired me as a product manager to ensure the products that we bring to market are definitely game changers and solutions to help you in your job and make your life easier. So with that being said, let's get to the products. We are super excited to launch these two newest XP chainsaws that join the legendary range of Husqvarna chainsaws. We have first our 540 IXP. This is a rear handle battery chainsaw. It has the power equivalent to a 40cc gas-powered chainsaw. This rear handle chainsaw is going to be perfect for groundwork, cleanup, and some removals. It is a great all-around saw. Next, our top handle entry chainsaw. This also has 40cc equivalent gas power. This saw recently received the Pro Tool Innovation Award winner. It's setting the new standard for battery-powered chainsaws. We are very proud of that award, and the technology designed is well-deserved. This chainsaw is designed to be a single go-to arborist saw, built specifically for tree care professionals and arborists alike. Now, I'm happy to also introduce a tree care professional, Krista Stratting. She is a member of our global H team. She's also a professional arborist and a champion climber. She's going to join this conversation and talk to us a little bit about her experience with these chainsaws. Hi, Krista.
Hi, Ben. Nice to see you. Thanks for having me here live from Ontario, Canada, up in the north. So I am a climbing arborist, as Ben was saying. I've been doing this for about 14 years now. And I also compete competitively around the world as a competitive tree climber. I'm the current North American tree climbing champion, sweet. And so I've been winning chainsaws from Husqvarna, from them being involved in the events and sponsoring the events. So I've had my hands on some battery saws before, and I really liked them for what they were able to do back then. But now having this new 540i, the T540i, has been amazing. The battery performance of the saw is incredible, and it's really changed how I view tree work and the tools I'm going to use to get the task done. So thank you very much for the saw. It's awesome.
Thanks, Krista. So now let's dig into what makes the new 540 IXP and T540 IXP true game changers in the industry. First, let's talk about the differences between the battery advantages we have versus traditional gas-powered chainsaws. The most obvious improvement is going to be startability, right? With the push of the button, these chainsaws are powered and active and ready to use. No more pulling. That is a significant advantage, especially for our professionals who are using these saws hours a day. Second, no emissions. Battery technology provides zero emissions, which is great for the environment and also great for all of our users. I think Krista can certainly attest to that. Battery technology also offers less noise and fewer vibrations. You're going to feel better at the end of a long workday with those fewer vibrations and less stress on your body. Finally, battery technology in general is lower maintenance and also has a lower total cost of ownership. You can say goodbye to spark plug replacements, goodbye to air filter replacements. You can also say goodbye to costly engine repairs. Big, big advantages. But what has Husqvarna done to really set themselves apart when it comes to battery technology? Let's get into some of that as well. First and foremost, as a professional and as a professional tree care, power. Power is going to be very important. Power, productivity, cutting capacity. Our new Husqvarna designed brushless motor provides 30% more power than our 535 and T535 IXP. That's 30% more power. What does that mean? You have a more versatile and a more capable saw, capable of handling bigger and badder jobs. With this saw collection, we've also introduced some new cutting equipment. This cutting equipment is specifically designed to optimize the performance with our battery-powered chainsaws. Lightweight, but durable and robust, improved cutting capacity with this new cutting equipment. So, with the power generated by our Husqvarna brushless motors, combined with our new cutting equipment, you will instantly notice higher chain speed and extreme cutting capacity.
Yeah, Ben, you're totally right. You say that it's got 30% more cutting capacity. You really don't understand what that means until you try this saw. I do own the 535 LIXP, and it's a great saw, but I usually typically put that towards more pruning because it kind of handled that lighter cutting. It was all the advantages that you have of the 540i, but it didn't quite cut it with the wood. So now you have a saw that can handle everything. For me, entire game changer. The two big things that I've changed this year as a climber is I've gone to the headsets, and I've been using this saw almost entirely. For me, being a climber, having the advantage of being
Thank you, Krista. Sorry, going live, a little bit of technical difficulties here potentially. But we'll carry on. We'll continue to talk about how great these saws are. We've got a few more things to talk about. So Krista and professional tree care arborists alike really depend on productivity and performance, but also equally as important to them is going to be durability and reliability. They need a tool that they can trust to be prepared to get the job done day in and day out, and that's exactly what we've done with these new battery-powered professional chainsaws. These saws are made with heavy-duty materials and magnesium components to provide maximum durability at the lowest possible weight. Both saws are also IPX4 rated, which means they can operate in almost any weather condition. No concerns or no worries about any water intrusion shorting out your electrical components. These are truly professional grade saws designed for everyday use.
You have to unmute him.
Excellent. Okay, so we've talked about power, we've talked about durability, reliability. Now, what do these saws, how do these saws make your job and make your life easier as a professional arborist or a tree care professional? Well, we like to say we add a little bit of Husqvarna DNA into all of our saws. What does that mean? First, both saws have this brand new user-friendly interface that is conveniently located and visible at all times. As you can see here, this user interface, while grasping the handle, you have quick and easy access to the power button as well as the Save V mode. Another critical feature on the user interface is you constantly have visibility on your battery status. You always know how much power you have in your battery, and you can always be prepared for the job, knowing how much power is available. Finally, as you can see there, there's also a chain brake indicator that lets you know when your chain brake is engaged. Another cool feature about this, once your chain brake is engaged, this chainsaw will now stay active for 30 minutes. That means power on for 30 minutes. So as a professional climber, for example, you can make a cut, secure your chainsaw, ascend into the tree or descend, get to your next safe cutting position. No more pull starting. No more pull starting. All you have to do is disengage the chain brake and you're ready to cut. Simple as that. We estimate that professional arborists can pull start a chainsaw up to 40 times during a major job. So this truly is a game changer and helps significantly reduce stress on our user's body. Finally, what's important or good to know about these saws is we've designed them to be highly maneuverable, and we've also optimized the ergonomics. What does that mean? First, we look at weight and balance. Our battery location has been engineered and designed and placed in a specific location to ensure that this chainsaw is perfectly balanced when equipped with cutting equipment. Also, we have a center of gravity that is close to the handle, and the saw, due to reduced moving parts, has low gyroscopic forces. What does that mean? With the weight and balance, perfect optimal center of gravity, low gyroscopic forces, means you have control over the saw at all times. We like to say these saws should feel as if they're an extension of your body, which these saws truly do. Finally, we've redesigned the handguard. We have a new, highly visible handguard that has a clear see-through visibility to allow you to make precise cuts and not have any obstructions while making those cuts. Krista, hopefully you're back. We missed you. What do you think about the saw in the tree?
No, Ben, everything that you said is totally on point. Being a climber and having to move around in the tree with the saw, there's been a lot of skeptics asking me like, well, what, are you ever worried about the battery falling out or anything like that? And not at all, because the battery is built so flush with the saw and the body of the saw that it's never even an issue for me moving around the tree that I'm thinking about that happening, and it's never happened to me. So that's been awesome. The other part that I didn't really think about when using a battery saw, besides all the benefits of not having to start it, especially being up in Canada when it gets kind of fussy in the cold, you never have to worry about that. But what I've noticed with the gyroscopic forces that you were talking about, I didn't really think about that until you had mentioned it to me earlier, that when you're making a cut, when you have to be very precise, if you're felling a top or taking a crane pick or something like that, where you've got to be lined right up, sometimes when you pull that trigger, the saw tends to tilt or turn or move, and then it can throw off your cut. And with us being professionals, we like to be very precise with our movements and with our cuts. So to be able to take that away from it and be even more precise is just invaluable to me. Awesome. And yeah, I love it.
Now, Krista, before we cut over to the next section, we lost you when you were talking about power and performance. Was there anything else you wanted to say about power and actually the actual performance of the chainsaw?
For sure, yeah. If you didn't catch me there, sorry for the glitch, but one of the big game changers for me is that I have a 14-inch bar on my climbing saw. Typically, I like to run a 12-inch bar, but this came stock with a 14, which at first I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to see how that goes. Might switch it out later, but I use this for everything now, up until the size of my bar. And once that happens, just like with a gas saw, I'll send it down and grab a 550 XP instead to make the bigger cuts. So now not having to do that, being able to use this to delimb a tree, but also to chunk down wood has been awesome. You don't have to switch your saws around. I leave my gas saw in the truck now, which I never used to before. So this has completely changed it for me.
Awesome, awesome, great to hear.
My first impressions on the new battery-powered saws are, I'm impressed.
I was thoroughly impressed with the saw. I would go so far as to say that saw's rad.
Really lightweight, fun to climb with, really easy to maneuver.
Not only do you get the same or better efficiency and cutting capacity, but you also have less vibrations, less noise, and less fumes, which is better on your body. And also, cutting capacity is important because that's how efficient you can do your job. And when it comes to doing something as a professional, your time is money. It's a saw that can replace a 40cc saw hands down.
I would recommend the saw to anyone that just wanted to have a better time at work.
Thanks, Krista, and thank you to your fellow H-Team members. I think the video is awesome and really speaks a lot to the impact these saws have and can have on our professional customers. So, we've gotten through features and benefits. Now let's jump to some questions. Since launching the 540 and T540i XP, it's a brand new platform, brand new technology, so clearly there are a lot of questions to be answered. The most common question that we receive is obviously pricing and availability. So let's go ahead and nip that one in the bud. Let's start with T540i XP. Our T540i XP comes in 12, 14, and 16-inch configurations. They start at $579 US or $759 Canadian dollars. Our 540i XP comes in 14 and 16-inch configurations. These will start at $589 US or $779 Canadian dollars. Both chainsaws are available now at your local Husqvarna dealer. Next question, please. Okay, looks like we have a question from Instagram. Phil Vision on Instagram asked, how is the BLI 200X different than the BLI 200 battery? Great question, and we get that a lot. In order to handle the power, the output that's coming from our brand new Husqvarna designed brushless motor, we needed a battery that can absorb and manage that power. So the BLI 200X battery has an updated battery management system that enables the increased power output. Now, the BLI 200 battery, the standard BLI 200 battery, will still power and operate in these saws. However, you will not operate at full available power. Also, the BLI 200X battery will power all of our other handheld battery products, so it will fit within that ecosystem. The true advantage for the BLI 200X is the increased power found in these two new brand new chainsaws. Okay, next question. Oh, Krista, looks like we've got a question for you. What is the runtime with the battery saw? I think you'd be perfect to answer this since you've been able to use the saw for quite some time now.
Yeah, for sure. What I've noticed, roughly about, depending on what you're doing in the tree, a full charged battery will last about the same time as a tank of fuel. So mind you, you got to keep in mind, I used to run my saw and leave it running between cuts, so that would waste fuel. Now I don't have to do that. And it also kind of depends on what you're doing, as in limbing a tree might not use as much battery as if you're, making snap cuts in wood about the diameter of your bar. So kind of depends, but count on it lasting at least a tank of fuel.
Perfect. Great.
You said that there's a competition involved in this event, right? Somebody's going to win one of these?
Oh, you stole my thunder. There's always free stuff involved when we're talking about new product launches. So we are excited to get to the next section of this. With your registration to this event, you are entered into a drawing to win a new T540i XP. And we are going to announce those winners here live right now. So Krista, may I please get a drum roll?
Sir.
So our Canadian winner, Brent P. out of Burlington, Ontario, Canada. You have won a new T540i XP. Congratulations, Brent. Everybody, please give Brent a round of applause.
Way to go, Brent.
All right. We have one more winner. Now, for our winner from the U.S., we don't exactly have your location, Dan, but we will be sure to reach out. Oh, and Krista, please keep that drum roll going. Okay, drum roll, please. The winner for U.S. is Dan C. Congratulations, Dan C. Brent and Dan, please hang tight. Our team will be reaching out to you by email today. So we will be in contact, and we will be sure to get you your brand new prize as soon as possible. So that about wraps it up for us. The brand new game-changing 540i XP and T540i XP are available now at your local independent dealers. Please stop by, give them a visit. Also, request for a demo. We are convinced that if you get this saw in your hand and you get the opportunity to cut with it, you will truly see the advantages that we've all discussed here, and you will be impressed. So, as we close, Krista, I'd like to send you a big thank you from up north. Thank you for your awesome insight and participation. And then to you all, on behalf of Husqvarna, thank you, and have a great afternoon. Goodbye.